Hi there, this is Susie here, and tonight she's going to do some repotting, cuttings, and how to propagate pothos. There are many types of pothos. Over here we've got a marble queen potho, which I repotted in one of my very first few videos that I've done. And as you can see, after the repotting it, I've got a new shoot coming here, which I'm really pleased about. So, but tonight I'm going to show you how to root them in the water and the sort of things that I use. And also I would show you the sort of medium that I use for pothos. And over here, I have got Snow Queen pothos, which I did cuttings possibly about 2 weeks ago, and in these cuttings I have used vermiculite, as you can see, and some water. And in the last 2 weeks, as you can see, how beautiful some of these the Snow Queen pothos have done. This one has done reasonably well, and some of these ones are doing okay. Some are doing better than the others as far as the roots are concerned. Some have got bigger roots, and a couple of them haven't rooted as well as I thought it might, but then again it mightn't have had much roots to root in with. So I'm hoping that these ones will do reasonably well. And over here I have got golden pothos. There's another name for this golden potho, is the devil's ivy pothos, and the scientific name is rather quite large, and you can actually Google if you wish what the scientific names for some of these pothos are. This one also, at the same time I did the cutting. They are also, some of them are doing reasonably well, or quite well I should say, and you can see some good rootings coming up. This one hasn't done very much, but hey, if we leave them in water long enough, they will root at some point. And so this is the golden pothos I did at the same time as the Snow Queen. And then I also did the philodendron adansonii or adansonii, depends how you pronounce them. These ones I did quite a few cuttings of, and some of them have done rather quite well if I can entangle them. I have done quite a few of them, as you can see. And some of them actually wouldn't mind being repotted in the pots with some soil in them. So I'm really pleased with this adansonii or adansonii, depends how you pronounce them. And they make a really good house plant. It is actually a very trendy, very popular house plants, these adansonii. Everybody wants a piece of every one of them because, number one, they are good indoors. They clean your air. They take the toxins out from your inside of your house. So they are very good for fresh air and for breathing fresh air. And they provide a lot more oxygen than any other house plant. So it's worth having them inside your house. Apart from all these, I was going to show you how I cut them. Well, it's easy to cut them, but I'll show you. This is one of my marble queen pothos, which I've just taken the cuttings from the other big plant that I have. I just take all these long stems off. These are no good. I just like to keep one leaf because the leaves have got little shoots, as you can see. That is the one that we want to grow in the water, these things here. They're just protruding there, and that's what we need, just a leaf with a little bit of branch, and the other branches we just take them off. And then what I do, I have a glass or a pot or anything that you can find, and then in it I like to put a bit of vermiculite, because vermiculite is a very good absorption for the rooting system, and it helps to root a lot quicker, I think, personally. So I put a little bit of vermiculite in it. Vermiculite actually retains moisture in the soil, as you probably know. So this is why I like to use vermiculite when I am rooting my plants. At the moment, the vermiculite is floating on the top, but once all the water gets soggy or sucks it in, it will become like this. See how the vermiculite is resting at the bottom. And once it's filled up with water, this vermiculite will then rest at the bottom. And then I just put all these little cuttings in it and leave it for about 2 to 3 weeks. Let it root, and you will have tons of little cuttings to plant. And then once you've got far too many, you can start selling them like I do. So this is what I do. I'll just leave this big one here. I've got so many, it doesn't really matter. So I will just put them all in this particular glass and leave it out near the windowsill, somewhere where it does get bright light, not in direct sun, but bright light. On the southern side is the best, where this side of my house is the southern side, so that's where I leave them along the glass windows, as I've got heaps of glass windows there, and they just love them, the bright light coming through, and they tend to do really well. So after that, now I am going to show you the mixture that I use. So the mixture to plant my pothos or this Addisoni potho is that I use the orchid mix. Orchid mix is really good because the drainage, the aeration soil in the orchid mix is 100%, which I can't fault any of it, and it is by Osmocote is the product that I buy of Scott's. And so I use about a cupful of that, 50% of orchid mix and 50% of cacti and succulent mix. And you can also add, what I like to add is a bit of dynamic lifter. Just a handful, few pellets, up to 20 to 30 pellets. I must put my gloves on because I am touching soil. So I'll just quickly slip them on. And you mix them in, and just to show you what else you could use, is you could use a bit of perlite if you like. You don't have to. I normally don't, but I thought I will try this time with a bit of perlite because it's a good aeration product, this perlite, and it doesn't hurt to use a little bit. And pothos don't like their roots soggy. They like a good drainage soil, a lot of aeration around its root. So all I do is mix them all in. I don't like using any harsh man-made or artificial or synthetic fertilizer in pothos and philodendrons because it only upsets the plant. The leaf can be deformed or the leaves can go brown very easily and things like that. So you just want to keep the entire thing as natural as possible. So here's my mixture that I've just put them together, And I would possibly like to plant maybe devil's ivy. Here's the root, and I was going to find something to make a hole, which I thought I had a scissors that I do, but anyway, I might just take some of the soil off then in that case. So you just 3/4 fill it and leave your pot, the devil's ivy in it, as I have. See, I have chosen a smaller pot, not a big pot, because it's no good having too much space when you planting your devil's ivy, or any ivies for that matter, like all these pothos. So I'm only going to choose the ones that has got roots in it. And once they are kind of a bit bigger, then I might choose a bigger pot for them. But initially I like to put them in little pots, as you can see. And then you just fill it in with some soil, as I have. Tap it down gently. I won't fill it too much because we need to have water sitting as well. You know, you don't want to have it right up to the top. When you water it, the water literally goes down. And what I will do then, I will water it, which I haven't got a little saucer. Let me see if I can find a little saucer. Sorry about that. And then you water them till the water runs to the bottom. That's it. Once the water has run to the bottom, you don't let them sit in the water. What I will do is, once we have finished making the video, I will make sure that this particular pot stands alone without having any saucers or the base at the bottom. So one thing you don't want to do is to let the pothos sit in the water. So that's how I grow a lot of my pothos, from propagation, planting, cuttings and all that. And once I have finished with my video, next stage is I will be potting them in the pots as well, because some of the roots are getting a bit longer for them. I hope you enjoyed my video, and please let me know what you think of it, and I can then make things a bit better for you if you like. Thank you very much. Bye for now.